How's it going, guys? It's Joe. Welcome to the channel. Today's going to be another Grand Arena matchup with Caster Troy here. As you can see, pretty matched up in GP and pretty much similar in top 80 GP as well. He's got a little bit more relics than I do, although I've got a couple of mods here and there that are a bit better than his. So without further ado, I'll just quickly show you his roster here. So in this particular matchup, I changed it up a bit with my offense and defense. It's always good to try new things, and I have to thank my guildmate Yenko, as he was able to assist me or give me some guidance in terms of utilizing my defense. So at the bottom here, I've got a couple of Separatist team lineups and Bounty Hunter with a Django lead. He's got a nest here that's relicked up as well, so I didn't want to muck around with that team. I wanted to use Thrawn and Nihilus. And the reason for that is Thrawn allows you to be able to regain most of the protection you lose, and with a Newt lead, expect to lose a lot of that protection. As you can see here, I'm already losing a little bit of protection there just from his special ability. They're all under Master Makashi, so a lot of them are invis at the moment. I'm going to throw in this AoE by Chewbacca, which gets rid of that Droideka in the back. It's always nice. And I'm just stuck behind a taunt at the moment, and I'm going to quickly get rid of this Magna Guard fairly shortly. So once I've gotten rid of this Magna Guard, I'm going to try and go for Dooku here, as he spreads so much turn meter, and with his right post he goes straight for health and completely ignores protection, and we don't want that happening. Towards the end, it's always good to slow it down a little bit and see how much protection you can regain. With this team, I've got so much potential, as Thrawn can control Nest here, and it's important to fracture Nest early on, and that prevents him from counter-attacking. So at this point, I'm going to try and get rid of Newt. And it's always good because Chewbacca's basic there allows protection and health recovery for those that have guard. In my case, I've got Thrawn and Han Solo that have guard at the moment. So at this point, I'm just delaying it a little bit. I'm trying to get to Annihilate. However, I know I've got so much time on the board. So I'm going to use basics here. I'm going to stun Nest for a little bit, and as you can see, I'm regaining a little bit of protection on Han Solo and Chewbacca just from the basics, and eventually Thrawn's going to take a turn, and I'm going to be able to pass that turn meter and protection onto Nihilus here. So I've got full on Nihilus. I've just got a little bit to regain there on Han Solo, so I didn't use Annihilate just yet. I've got a hold on Nest at the moment, so I'm taking my time. And the problem with Nest is if you throw in C-3PO in this team, you could potentially get stuck in this cycle of Nest just not dying, depending on how high relic that Nest is. So I never utilize 3PO in that team. At the top here, there's a Django lead, and I've decided to use my first order team against this Bounty Hunter squad, only because I didn't have my BB-8. I placed him on defense, and I wanted to utilize this resistance team here. However, they're not matching with relics, so I'm not 100% confident in that. So I thought to myself, let's throw in this first order team here with Wat Tambor, which I must say worked out pretty well. The only thing I can say that wasn't very good in this team is that it's hard to be efficient if you can't slow down the battle, and the problem is Sith Trooper deals so much damage. As you can see, I use that AoE and it immediately drops this team. And I've still got a pretty decent amount of protection at the moment. I threw in that weapon tech onto Sith Trooper, and now I'm going to throw in that shield generator onto Kylo Ren. With Sith Trooper on the assist, does 100k damage there and 90k damage after that, so I really could not slow this battle down. This guy is out of control. That's a lot of damage there. So it's very interesting what we're about to see, as CG have finally announced that you know, the Galactic Legends are going to be coming soon, and they've revealed the kits. I'm currently going for Kylo Ren, so hopefully I don't regret my decision. From what I can see, it's a pretty good kit. I mean, there's going to be a lot of synergy with First Order and possibly characters that play around with advantage. So we'll see how we go there. I'm pretty keen. In the back line here, guys, there's your typical Old Republic team. And as you all well know, you can solo this with a Malak. And I just had a look as well. There's no Zalbar in this team, so there's really no threat. The problem with Mission not having Zalbar is you don't get the benefit of his taunt whenever someone drops health. And it can get pretty annoying once that occurs, as you've got a Juhani here who's pretty tanky, so I'm trying to apply shock on her at all times, and I'm going to go for Canderous Auto as soon as I can. If Zalbar was here, I would have to try and shock them both, and just try and balance out where they're both not taunting at the same time. And that's usually the biggest problem with using a Malak solo against this team. So this was fairly straightforward, guys. Dropped Canderous there. Kath got a good evade on that one, but that's not going to save him from Relic 5. Darth Malak is pretty insane. So dropping Juhani there. Kath is already on the yellow, and he keeps evading for some reason. It's pretty it's pretty interesting to see. So we've got Mission here towards the end, and T3. So guys, pretty straightforward, 64 banners there. I'm quite happy with the result. And in the back line here as well, there's a Shakti lead with a weirdly random light side squad. He also dropped his Resistance and First Order teams on defense. And as soon as I had a look at this team, it doesn't look like it's got much synergy or anything going for it. So I had gas, and I didn't have to use gas as that Grievous team I can deal with my Jedi. So I decided to solo this team as well. And this was probably the most straightforward out of all of them. Gas pretty much just destroyed every single character in here. 70k damage right there. Another straightforward 63 banners. So at the top here, First Order and Resistance and Grievous. And I wanted to get rid of this Grievous team as soon as I can. So I'm going to be using my Jedi here. He threw in his Wat Tambor and his BB-8 here as well. So I'm looking to target Grievous here for a bit, see if I can ability block him, which I was able to. Gonna heal up Jedi Knight Revan here, and I'm stuck behind a taunt here for now. So I'm gonna throw out my battle meditation here, get some foresight. I'm gonna start getting rid of this B2, and my characters are dropping in protection a little bit. However, we're still in a good spot. I'm gonna target Wat Tambor here as well. And we almost lost JKR, or we almost procced our savior here. So we're gonna slow down this match a little bit. Gonna go for the B1, as I'm gonna try avoid hitting Grievous for now. I didn't want to increase his turn meter, and I've got BB-8 taunting at the moment, so I have no choice. The great thing about this team is you've got so many sources of recovering your protection. So I threw that out, tried to get a stun on BB-8 there, Get another AoE going. So at this point I want to stun Grievous here as well, which didn't work out for me. And now I'm just waiting for the right time to go for Grievous. Once I get to Jedi Knight Revan, I will have Mark open to use, and that's just what I'm waiting for there. So I'm gonna mark General Grievous here, which stuns him and allows me to recover a little bit more protection here with the assists while I'm applying as much damage as I can. So I'm gonna pass this on to Jedi Knight Revan, get a little bit more protection, and I'm gonna pass this turn meter onto Hermit Yoda, get some more heals going, and it's perfect timing as Bastila Shan was able to use the second ability onto GMY, and eventually I was able to recover all that protection just before I dropped BB-8 for a very efficient 60 banner victory against General Grievous, which I'm really happy about. So this guy's going for both Galactic Legends. As you can see, he's got a really formidable First Order and Resistance team here. And I've still got Darth Revan sitting here, although I haven't got Darth Malak. This was probably my biggest regret here, as I didn't yield as many banners as I wanted. Sith Trooper absolutely obliterates the old Sith Trooper in my team. And now I'm about to lose Marauder here as well. I'm just stuck behind Kylo Ren Unmasked's taunt at the moment. I tried to use Assassinate and I was hoping to get the kill there, but he's pretty tanky at Relic 7. And at this point I had a choice between dropping Kylo Ren Unmasked or going for Sith Trooper, but Sith Trooper's turn meter was still a bit low, so I had time to just drop Kylo Ren and go for everyone else. Quite disappointing 52 banner win there. I probably could have been more efficient with another team, but I'm glad for the win either way. So he's got a Roast Tico here, Amelin Holdo on this Resistance team, and I used my Shakti clones here. This team is really good for getting some of your banners back if you've got some banner stealing teams on the opposite end. So lost a little bit of protection on Echo there, or on Arc Trooper. And Rostico throws that little basic. And at this point, I think I've got enough protection on Shakti still for the 59 banners, so I'm trying to get a little bit more protection on Arc, but I don't think I can get there on time. So 59 banners and I'll take it. I always just try and get as close as I possibly can to the 60, and if not, that's fine. And for the last match here, the ships on top, he's placed your typical rebel ships here. I'm going for Bistan fairly early, and it looks like they're really ramping up here. As you can see, I almost lost Anakin's ship there, and I was so glad I was able to throw out this AoE and recover that little bit of protection and finally get my taunt out on the BLT as well. Still going for Bistan. Gonna try and recover a bit of that health and protection that I lost with Plo Koon here. Throw some turn meter around. And I finally dropped Bistan there. Still able to get an assist on this character here, Sabine's ship, the Phantom. And at this point, I'm just thinking to myself, how else can I get more of my protection and health back? so I threw in Jedi Consular Ship, and unfortunately I wasn't able to drop Han Solo's ship with that attack there by Plo Koon, and I still lost a little bit more protection with Hera Syndulla's ship here, which is kind of annoying, but that's just how it happened. So for the 62 banners, which I'm quite happy about, and I was pretty efficient in this, I gotta say. It was it's a pretty good GAC overall, although he did have a really soft backline, which enabled me to use my solo teams or solo characters, and that way I can get as much banners as I potentially could. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy the content. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. And just to add to the narrative here guys, 15 minutes later he decided to attack and got about 1922 points, and he was just short about 8 banners of winning, and that's it.